Good morning. It's Heather with RRatedReviews, and not a review. I wanted to go over I've gotten so many comments, like nice ones. So thank you about some of the stuff that I've done in the crafting and like whatever making videos. And so today's the preview day of the estate sale that I'm holding tomorrow. And all my shit's, well, we'll see who shows up, but just about all my shit's for sale. And see if I can make it through this. I can't lie. Last night, my eyes leaked a little bit packing all my shit. So there's no judgment when I show you the stuff because there are boxes and the house is just a wreck. I took today off to get everything cleaned up before people come for the preview tonight. So I wanted to show you a couple of things that I've made because I didn't think there was so much interest. And as I pack, I realized that there are quite a few things that I've made that I can't take. So I'm going to show a few of them to you. And if there's anyone that has an interest in how they were done, I'll do a video on how to make this stuff. So I'm in my bedroom. I'm going to turn this around. So I made my headboard out of pallet wood. I love using pallet wood. In fact, I had been collecting hardwood pallets. TJ's father had a contracting job at this place that has like double layer top, double layer bottom, hardwood fucking pallets. And they give them away when they're done for free, but like not just anyone, you have to like know them. And so I got a bunch of them. I was collecting them to do a hardwood floor, a pallet floor in the bedroom, and I'm taking those. So this is the headboard. So I made this headboard out of pallet wood. I actually made the quilt and the pillows. Also, I shouldn't say I made the quilt. I once had a bedroom set that I loved so much, but after washing it so many times, it faded and I couldn't find the same one again. And I was so disappointed that when I had to find a new one, I bought a second set to just keep in the closet in the bag. So when the first one got faded after washing it over and over, I could just replace it and have it new. But I had a queen size bed and TJ had a king. So when I moved here, what I did was I used the new quilt in the middle. Let me show you. I used the new quilt in the middle so it was nice and bright. And then I added, you can probably see the seam over here. Then I took the old quilt and I cut it right where the pattern matched. So, and then added it and sewed it on. And then I did the same thing with the shams. I have there's like a little seam here, but I tried to match up the pattern as good as I could. So you can see I had to turn the queen shams into king shams. And then the other bed set had a duvet at the bottom. And so I cut up the duvet and made an extra pillow. And when I cut that up, I also made those shams so that it would tie the colors together. And then I made an extra little pillow for a chicken because the chicken wasn't feeling well and she couldn't hold her head up. So when I had her in bed, she had like a pillow to hold her head up and it matched. So this is a half homemade quilt. That shit is getting packed. Don't judge me. The headboard was made out of pallet wood. And then this was just cut up and sewn together to make a king-size quilt from a queen. One of the other things that I love to do, I have to fix that before I go. I cut a hole in the ceiling trying to get furniture to fit into a room so I could stand it up and it didn't work. I love woodworking. So these are shelves. I love live edge. So in my bathroom, everything's packed, so there's like nothing left except that because I don't want it. No drama for this llama. These are live edge shelves that I made from a tree that we had cut up. We had to cut down a dead tree. And the middle of the tree must have been split at some point. It was wicked cool. It had a crack, like a yin-yang sort of crack down the middle of it. But after it split, the tree grew new bark on the inside of it. So when we cut the tree down, like this it was the inside of the tree and it fit together with the other side. So I sliced them on, actually, I think I used I used the chop saw for that. And then they're suspended, they're floating shelves, but they're up there and they're not coming down. And then I made like a couple of extra little ones out of other wood for the walls. Oh, I made this painting. I call that a convertible painting because you can either take them apart or put them back together. But what breaks my heart is that when I first met TJ, he had this big stone wall in the living room that was just this blank wall, nothing on it. And it's really cool. It came with the house was built with it, but it had a spotlight. And I'm like, well, what's the spotlight for? There's nothing on the wall. I'm like, it needs a clock. He's like, I'm not hanging anything on the stone. Yeah, well, look what I did to it. That was the stone that had nothing on it. I made the mantle. This was made out of a walnut slab that I got off of Marketplace. I love this mantle, and I also love wrought iron and cast iron. So I made the mantle, and these are the first shelves that I made from the tree that we had cut down. And there's the big clock. So I can't take these with me. I absolutely love these shelves. And they're irreplaceable. I mean, I'm not going to find another tree that I know of that's split down the middle that grew fucking bark. So, oh, I made that cabinet for my teacups. I have another one that I made because this one was a little too big. It sticks out too far. So there's another one I made that was cut back. So it's a little more narrow. And I have doors for it. I just haven't finished making them. And I'll just take that with me and finish it. I'm going to get glass from a local glass place for the doors. And then, I don't know, I don't think I'll have the teacups with me. But if I do, whatever few ones I have left, it'll just be a smaller cabinet. I also made another live edge shelf for the kitchen. This was going to be for the microwave, but I just couldn't get the right arms from Amazon to hold the weight, and I didn't like that it was constantly bouncing. So this was a piece of wood that was going to go in the fireplace, and I'm like, no! TJ's like, let me guess, you want to make something with it. So I did a video previously that featured this because I was showing people something about I make homemade not wood glue. Fucking, what's it called? Wood fill with sawdust and Titebond wood glue. And then I had this piece, I had to find other ones that matched it from the wood that he was cutting up for the fireplace. I love that shelf. That one I might be able to yank out of the wall and take. I don't know. But, so that's like pretty much some of the stuff that I do. Oh, now don't you dare judge me. I made this butcher block countertop. So this was an old kitchen table that was a gift to TJ's parents when they got married. And it was starting to fall apart where the legs wouldn't stay on. No matter how many times you tightened them, they would loosen up in a few days. And it was driving TJ nuts. So, and we got all new furniture when I moved in, or I brought my furniture. And he didn't even have that table. He was getting annoyed with having to screw it back together all the time, and the legs would wobble. And I wanted to redo something with it, and he was kind of against it, but he didn't want to get rid of it. And I said, well, I love to upcycle stuff. He had no countertop over there. So when he moved in, there's the built-in oven, and it had a cooktop here. He took the cooktop out and put one over here, and it looked stupid. So, but he never put a countertop. It was like this section here where the cooktop was empty. Then it had the old countertop. So I suggest repurposing it. I said, why don't we make a butcher block countertop out of it? And he was like, his parents thought it was really cool because it was a way to keep it without getting rid of it, but still using it for something and making it resourceful. So I put that in. He was fishing one weekend and he came back and it was done. But these were dark brown. I mean, dark brown. All of them. Some of them were stained dark, and then some of them were painted over the stain. So those I stripped. I took every door off, stripped them all, got them, because those were custom-made cabinets when the house was built from some local cabinet company. And I told him, I'm like, you don't get rid of those. I mean, there's a stamp like on this inside. Those were crafted. I'm like, we're not getting rid of those and getting fucking Hampton-based box fucking fiber particle cabinets. I'm like, fuck no. So they all got completely stripped, sanded, and then I did a distressed white painting with the glaze. I think it's actually Rust-Oleum that makes the cabinet glaze. And then they got polyurethaned after that. So I also added a coffee bar. So there was another part of the kitchen. None of this was here. This is where I had that baker's rack I was telling you about. So I put the coffee bar in with the extra countertop, and I was in the process of getting those cabinets to match the rest of them. So one of the things that I had done, see how these are recessed? These are the box cabinets. They're recessed, but I got unfinished. The cabinets that are in the kitchen are not recessed. So one of the videos I did a long time ago, that's somewhere in there, this is one of those cabinets. I filled this in. If you look really, really closely, you might see the faintest line here. And that is because I put a board in here and used my homemade wood fill to fill in the cracks, and then painted it to match the other doors, because this cabinet was not here. This one was added. There's the seam. There was a trash compactor here that didn't work. So this whole thing was empty when we took it out, and I cut the countertop back a little bit to give us a little more space to walk over here, and then that door. So I was eventually going to do the same thing with these doors, put the wood piece in here, use my wood fill, and then finish it off. I didn't get around to it, and I don't give a shit now. And all my shit is out because I have to pack all of this. I did the backsplash and put all the tile in. The fridge used to be over here. So all that backsplash was added. And then actually I did all the flooring. Because the people that had this house, this was carpeted wall to wall in the whole house. Who fucking carpets a kitchen? So all the flooring was put in by me. And I can't even think of all the other shit that I've done here. But if you guys want to know how any of that was done, I'd be happy to go over it. There was one thing I was telling you this for, and I don't remember. It was something else I think that was spray painted. I did the ceramic tile floor in the laundry room. The foyer floor has a slate, and the closet had carpet in it. So I redid the closet floor in slate that matches that. I did the ceramic tile in the laundry room in there. And I already told you I did the tile in the bathroom. Oh, so I got this at a garage sale. I want to say when I first moved up here, my older daughter was a baby. I got it at a yard sale, and I think it was painted white. And I originally spray painted it in the hammered copper, the hammered bronze. And I left it that way for a few years. That was when I was on my hammered spray paint kick. And it looked really cool. Then I stripped it when I got into like woodworking. I stripped it back down to its original wood. I sanded it and then just stained it with polyurethane. So, and I laugh when if you see all the little white tags hanging on everything, it's because everything is for sale. And I don't know how I'm going to make it through this. But I would be happy to make videos on anything that you want. This is my social life. I was also telling you that I love homemade gifts. So every Christmas, I make a homemade gift. Everyone gets a homemade. This was the homemade gift that I had made for TJ with wood burning and wood carving. And it's all out of scrap wood. So that year I made one for my older daughter with her name and my younger daughter with her name. And my younger daughter played piano, so I had the letters of her name and the music notes carved into it, painted half black and half white like piano keys. I don't even know what else to show you right now. These are the things that are popping into my head. Oh, my office used to be a closet. So this back hallway is what goes to the garage. And there used to just be a coat closet in there. Back there. I took the coat closet out, reframed the room, and let me turn the light on, and turned it into an office. It's a mess. Everything is a mess right now. And that's where it takes me like 10 hours to merge one friggin' video. So that's why I don't like editing stuff. I just thought of something else really quick. That when the following year, I think my homemade gift for TJ was a gun case. And I found this thing where you make it out of a picture frame. So this picture frame, I put it on hinges and built a box behind it. And it just opens up. And I got the foam pieces off of Amazon. And that was the Christmas gift the following year that I made for him. So there's not that much. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I don't know how to do, but there's a lot of stuff I do. And if I don't know how to do something, I'll just YouTube it or Google it. And if I can figure it out, I always practice at my own house and screw shit up before I'll offer to do it for somebody else. But if there's something that you guys want to know that I can share, I would be happy to. If you guys have questions or comments, I'm sure I'm going to come up with stuff. There's stuff in every single fucking room. I mean, I renovated the house from one end to the other. So I'm sure there's plenty more that I can show you how to do. I just don't, I can't think of them right now. I loved this headboard. That headboard, I sold like 2 or 3 of those on the Etsy page. That's my peacock painting. I did not paint that peacock painting, but I love that headboard. It just hangs on the wall. It's screwed to the wall and I love it. I might make another one when I get to the new place. I'm not sure. I don't think the walls are high enough in the loft because I can barely stand. I can only stand in the middle. I'm gonna have to duck. So if I look like I have scoliosis in the next few videos, it's probably because I can't stand up straight. So let me know what you guys want and I'll be happy to do it. Questions or comments, feel free to leave them. And please don't forget to hit like or subscribe. Have a great day.